As some of you know, I belong to a 12-step program for overeaters. As you also probably know, the 12 Steps is a spiritual program. At the beginning and end of every meeting, we recite the Serenity Prayer, which I have grown to love. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I've worked hard to put this into practice, like giving up my prior belief that I was in charge of fixing lots of things that I could not control, like difficult people, like the changes that come with old age, like bureaucracies, which I happen to be enmeshed in, and etc. Okay, so how does that fit with resistance, the theme of today's worship? I have never lived under a tyranny, but I have read enough history and watched enough of what's going on now in Iran to know that under a tyranny, nobody is safe. You can be dragged out of your house and taken to who knows where, and possibly tortured and even die. All you have to do is criticize the tyrant to risk being hounded and accused of treason and have a weaponized Department of Justice come after you. All you have to do is to be a target of the tyrant's thirst for power and his wrath. Does this sound familiar? If so, it's because such things are happening right and left, right here, right now. So what to do? So must I accept it, as the first line of the Serenity Prayer says? So here's what I've been thinking. I can accept the reality of the facts as I see them. I can continue to watch the news, but not to excess. But I have to accept what is going on, the corruption, the injustice, the inability to trust anything those in positions of political power say these days. But what to do about changing the things I can? What I have learned the hard way is that if you want to get something done against overwhelming odds, you need to work with other people. You need to be part of something bigger than yourself. So my job is to choose what group I want to work with and focus on that. I've also learned that to make real change, you need two essentials besides organization. You need hope and sanity. If I had a little hope, I might be more motivated to do something. First, I contemplate uncertainty. The unbelievable complexity of human affairs and the unknowable nature of future events gives me a sliver of hope. A total surprise can come from out in left field and can change everything. It's happened before. It can happen again. Second, participating in these huge protest rallies gives me hope. I absorb the energy of these thousands of people from all walks of life who are on my wavelength. They give me hope, and I love to see their clever posters. Third, some astoundingly courageous things are happening. For instance, knowing they would each bring down the wrathful revenge of the tyrant, 6 members of Congress who formerly served in our armed forces or military intelligence forcefully, in a video, reminded their fellow military comrades that they do not have to follow orders that are against the law. Nobody knows how this will play out, but courage is contagious. And tyrants of the past have fallen when they have lost the loyalty of their military. I could list 10 more signs of hope and hope that you can too, but I'm short of time right now. With hope, I can resist. I can find the courage to change the things I can. In themselves, they may be small, but done in concert with others, they may amount to something. Now about sanity. I don't want to become so obsessed with tyranny that I lose all balance. Gage's sermon 2 weeks ago reminded us that affirming what is worthy and doing the things we value and love is a form of resistance. So I will continue to seek out concerts of beautiful music, to practice friendship, and to seek to strengthen the communities to which I belong, such as my beloved big family, of which I am now the matriarch, and this congregation, which strengthens me and which I love.